Mitch is confused. He does not know whether he's married or not. He goes on a conference out of town and does not wear his wedding ring nor share that he is married. So that could be a big red flag.
Is Mitch married or ain't he married?
Well, he will have to answer that question, and I think he did in this episode.
Welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today we're going to be talking about Lifetime Network's reality-based TV series, Married at First Sight, season number 15, episode number 15 as well.
But before we get into it, please like, share, and subscribe. Please click that notification so you know when we upload new videos. Please send your comments, and we appreciate and thank you for your support.
No doubt.
So let's get into this.
They were coming back from their getaway couples retreat weekend, right? Riding back in the car and talking about the weekend.
Right, and it should have been a good moment for themselves because they said they were able to bury a lot of big issues. Kristen not feeling that Mitch is attracted to her, and Mitch being upset that Kristen went off on him in a public setting. Mitch tells us that he's going out of town on a conference. It's a couple of days before decision day. It's the timing is not everything, but he goes out of town. She FaceTimes him to see what he's doing. He's doing well. The conference is pretty cool. He's been surfing, and all is well in his world.
And Kristen did say, I think at a time where she was able to FaceTime him when they were communicating during the time that his conference was going on, that she looked forward to, when he returned home, right?
Right, and he said when she called him, when she was FaceTiming him, that he missed their lives together. He missed her and Luna, so that's always promising because he doesn't affirm Kristen a lot in this series, but he is improving.
Like you said, he's looking forward to coming home with the girls, like he said.
Right. When Kristen picked him up, Kristen asked him why was he not wearing his wedding ring.
Did he start stuttering?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So the reason he said he did not have on the ring is that he did not want to explain to people who he knew would be at the conference what was going on.
Why the hell is he worried about having to explain to other people who he's not married to whether or not he's
going to that conference? Reminded him of his single life, and now he's really conflicted what move to take. But the mere fact that Mitch decided to take off his wedding ring and not tell people where he is at the current time and place, that's an indication that he is not locked into this marriage and that he is able to shift to the Bachelor pole, which he's more connected to. He could easily just walk up.
Not a good move. He would have been better off just saying, hey, look, you guys don't know this, and when I say you guys, I'm talking specifically about his colleagues whom he chose to, maybe confide in, especially like his superiors or his bosses. Hey, look, I got married, as part of a reality-based TV show. This is why my wedding ring is on.
It just didn't make sense him not telling them, and this is a show that's going to be, broadcast on television.
Exactly.
And everybody's going to see it.
Exactly.
And that Mitch has some really raging conflicts going on, and the highest pull he's getting right now is to stay in that Bachelor zone.
He offers, I guess, some kind of I don't know whether you call it an excuse or all of that, or I guess some faux justification by saying that saving the world is stressful, so he has to have some fun.
Every time Mitch is speaking, there's a 75, 80, 90% chance he's gonna put his foot in his mouth.
Oops.
One way or another, that mouth is open, that foot is going in.
It's coming up in the cartoon.
And when he tells her that he gotta cut loose and have fun, is he saying that their past, the stuff they did together, they're experiencing one another, did not count enough as fun for him. He had to leave her to have fun. He hasn't loved Kristen enough for her to be comfortable with him around other women. He hasn't loved her enough that she's not even going to bat an eye where that is concerned. And she's certainly going to be having upset with him not wearing the wedding ring. There were beach babes. I don't know if he was being sarcastic or not. But he talked about a gathering, the conference, a gathering after party, the karaoke. He got turned up, and when he came home, he had a hangover. So eventually they go to the beach. They take Luna with them. They're having fun. Luna is on the surfboard and like the idea that he took off his ring. She just didn't like the idea that he did not share that he was married with his colleagues or anyone that he trusted at work.
Right.
So the next time we see them, they're in the company of Alexis, Justin, and they're playing ping pong.
Right.
She starts breaking down that Mitch went out of town and what occurred. Then Justin tells his story about the dog and the decision. Mitch asks Justin whether that would be cool for him.
Yeah, in a moment of like thoughtfulness on his part, he asked him like 90%. Is 90% good enough, right?
Yeah. And Justin said absolutely not. He can't roll with 90%. But Mitch's issue is the same issue that Alexis has.
Okay.
Meaning that they can't make a firm decision, but their other life, for Alexis, the partying, going to the club every weekend,
so they have,
and Mitch want to have fun. They're two people that are conflicted.
So in other words, they have each of them, from your vantage point, has one foot on one side of the fence and another foot on the other side.
Exactly. The word also said a confused man is unstable in all of his ways. Not some, but all of his ways he jacked up. They're not suited for each other.
And I thought at the beginning when we first started reviewing this series that my prediction was that they would not make it. I don't think. I could be wrong.
Kristen has to be a little more confident, and she's certainly gained that in this series, so that's a blessing. And Mitch has learned that he sometimes put his foot in his mouth and got to be more aware of what he says, and also be truthful in the woman he's dealing with.
But I will give Mitch some credit now. In terms of some of the group settings he's been involved with Kristen and other couples, it seems like he's processing, other people's situation pretty accurately and pretty fairly and pretty maturely. So I kind of tend to wonder, well, where is that kind of evaluation when it comes to his own?
Well, it's because they're in an intense kind of learning curve that they got to pick up quickly and pick up quickly emotionally.
Yeah.
So he's locked in and in tune with that.
Okay.
But as it relates to Kristen, he has not hunted Kristen down.
Okay.
There's a difference when a man likes what he sees
and is pursuing.
And is pursuing this woman. She cannot. He's locked in. That's his goal. And when the woman finally turns her attention on him, he already have a plan where he intends to go with.
Yeah,
that's how men
That's
play.
how we plan. We organize. We strategize.
You better believe it.
Yeah.
Mitch hasn't locked in like that on Kristen. She has to beg for everything she wants. And I don't see it working out. She's gonna have to work and work and work until she gets bitter, resentful, and she said, okay, I'm out. So, that's all we have about these two lovely people. Everything in life is a learning lesson, so it's not a loss for neither of them. They're good people, and I'm sure they're going to get to a good place where they get into and get locked into wholesome relationships. And that's what I guess this is all about.
All about wishing them the best, but like I said, maybe that's down the line for them in the future.
Yeah, I just think that we as women gotta believe that it doesn't begin until we show up. And because it doesn't begin until we show up, we are valuable. And because we want a man in our lives who is valuable, we gotta be valuable women for ourselves, our families, and our communities.
First and foremost.
First and foremost.
Yeah.
That means you're not waiting on the brother to buy you a bag, buy you a house, buy you a car. No. You are valuable, so that means that you are powerful to get those things that you want for yourself.
Okay.
As my mother said, it's not 50-50. No, it's
100.
She said it's not 50-50. If it's 50-50, we might as well call this thing off.
What was you about to say?
This gotta be 100.
Exactly. You don't put your 50 together with somebody else's 50 and think that that's gonna get it done.
Right.
Because you're only there half the time, not full time, half the time.
And you don't go down to get a 25 and say, I'm gonna make something out of this 25 because you want someone in that bed with you.
Come on, wife, you tell the truth.
Get a good blanket and get some toys.
You went there, didn't you?
Because if we don't value ourselves where we are, the person who you bring up, lift up, to slide with you, they're not going to value you either.
Right, and you teach people
and they're going to take and take and take and then leave.
Right, and you teach people how to treat you.
You better believe that.
Yeah.
So if you're lonely, try traveling.
Mm-hmm.
If you're lonely, go out on special dates by yourself. You will be amazed how many people you're going to attract going out by yourself. Having dinner at a fancy restaurant, going to a play, going to a festival by yourself.
I totally agree with that because when I was single, I used to do that as well. I was not afraid to go out by myself.
Oh, can you just imagine getting dolled up and going to a nice French restaurant where they barely give you any food, but you did? Although you gotta go to,
give you little appetizers, teasers, and stuff.
You gotta go to In-N-Out Burger just.
Oh, you gotta make that stop on the way back in. Because you're hungry or hangry.
Being in love with yourself is everything. Being in love with yourself means that you're not gonna accept stuff that will cause you a whole lot of trauma.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure.
So these people are gonna learn, Kristen and Mitch. We're grateful that we're able to see them and make our commentary about them and their behavior.
Yeah, and wishing them the best.
And we wish them the
best. Like I said, individually, and if something should change where they kind of reconnect and go, okay, that would be good too. Wish them all the best in whatever they choose as a path forward.
Have a good one. We love you.
See y'all.
God bless.
Bye.